on devotees, they should come to India and spend some days in India and associate with the sadhus, Vaishnavas here in India. That's it. He has given this instruction. Understand? The most important instruction.
Why they don't follow this instruction for Srila Prabhupada, means authorities for so many years?
That's it.
He's saying, why do they not carry out these instructions for so many years of Srila Prabhupada?
They are not so serious. They are not taking it seriously. So they cannot carry it. They are superfluous. You understand? If someone has taken it seriously, he must carry out. You understand? Yes. So seriousness is required. And my Guru Maharaja Srila Prabhupada repeatedly said, take it seriously. This is for serious students. He has said this repeatedly. So seriousness is required. You understand?
I was told that one time Srila Prabhupada sent a letter to Hang Sadhuta in England. Srila Prabhupada sent a letter to Hang Sadhuta. And in the letter he said that all the English devotees should come to India and preach. But the authorities at that time, they were very afraid of this. They thought if all the devotees go to England, then who will maintain here? So they burned the letter. They burned the letter, so no one could see.
They
They burnt the letter.
Prabhupada
They burnt Prabhupada's letter.
They didn't print it.
No, they burnt. They burnt.
They bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, why did they buy it? Well, they commit offense.
Oh.
Some offense. Why did you do it? What Prabhupada said, that's beneficial. That's for your good.
We recently found out when we were in Vrindavan on the disappearance day of Prabhupada that Prabhupada, when he knew he was going to leave the planet, he gave instruction to whoever was there. You should let all my disciples, let them know that they should all come immediately to Vrindavan.
Yes. But they didn't do it. Yes. I know it. Yes.
Is it like earlier on we were saying about talking about Vani and Vapu? Is it Vani is important or Vapu is important?
You see, both are important.
No, I was trying to say that sometimes is it not that if one is too close with the spiritual master, it can also bring familiarity and that can cause offense and makes him leave the association of spiritual master for good. Is that possible like that?
What is that?
Too much closeness with the spiritual master brings familiarity.
Familiarity begets contempt. You say it? Familiarity begets contempt. But you see, one should be very cautious, one should be very careful that he should not develop such familiarity that will beget contempt. You understand? Breed contempt. He should be always keep in his mind the spiritual master is not an ordinary living being, ordinary human being. Acharya mam vijanyam nam manyat karichis. Namatya vidyasveta sarvadeva maya guru. You see? He should have this thing in his mind and he should serve the spiritual master with that mood. You understand? With all respect and reverence. And in a pleasing way, that will pleasing to the spiritual master, not displeasing. You understand? That's the requirement. So, when that they get contempt, breed contempt. You understand? Those who have got it, they are very fortunate. Serving the Bapu of the spiritual master, isn't it? Very fortunate. Definitely. Vani is always there. You can get it eternally. But you cannot get the Bapu. You see. It's most important. Anyhow, what to do?
That is due to the mercy of the spiritual master.
Yeah, that spiritual master must see. Yes. That's his mercy. This is mercy. Anyhow, so much people came here, stayed here for 17, 18 days in that room. Give me a chance to serve. There's so much for. There's nothing here. It's all jungle. And only this part. Directly, it was not in this form. No. It was in that form. Still I stayed here. I didn't stay in a guest house I arranged for me. Now I'll stay here. Only I require this electricity inside. For this dictaphone. Nothing else. They're so happy here. You know? I don't know how he was happy here. I had nothing. I had no money. I had no man. Nothing. Still he was so happy here. My humble service he accepted. Anyhow, there's so much. And they established center here. In spite of all objections of his senior disciples. This is mercy. And he gave me many important instructions whispering into my ears in that room. Not recorded. Every word was recorded. Tape record was always on, you see. But it drove out, even a secretary. Get out, get out. Just whispered in my ears, you see. He gave me so many instructions. Why he is so merciful to me, I don't know. What I have done for him. I have not done anything for him. Still I am carrying out his order as best as I can. Doing this thing. He is so merciful. It's called lessness. When I was just bringing him here in a car from the railway station, Bhavananda was driving the car, Prabhupada's car, and the other devotees are there. His secretary was there, so Rameswar was with him first, then came Satswarup Maharaj. That's Rameswar came. Rameswar was there, Prabhupada came, and that Pradyumna Mishra was doing this. With transload of books, he was moving his wife, typing all these things. He came ahead. He didn't come as a Prabhupada. So we came in that car. I was going to sit in the front, but Prabhupada called me to sit beside him in the back seat. Go, Govinda, come, sit here. I was feeling something, how to sit beside my spiritual master. But he made me sit there, just close to him. Sit here. It's so merciful. I was sitting on the pillow. No, sit in the seat. Sit with me. But we sit like that. So merciful. It's called lessons. Definitely.
Did you have to cook for him as well?
Huh?
Did you have to cook for him?
I don't know cooking, very good cooking. But he said Orishan cooking is very good. Arrange a nice Brahmin cook. Previously I tested it. So I arranged a nice Brahmin cook. He cooked. Every day he says, do this, prepare this, preparing like that. Still the Palika Dasi, she was cooking for him. Still he tested some Orishan cooking. Moria Brahmin I arranged to cook also. For 16 days, great. Every day thousands of people are coming here. All are being fed. All are being fed. That was Prabhupada's order. Whoever comes, he should not go unfed. All should take prasad. You arrange for it, you order it. Yes. Yes, Prabhupada. Whatever you say, that must be done. But I had no money. Still, miraculously money came and it was done. This was miracle. This was miracle.
Would he go to Puri sometimes?
Yeah,
when
he
was here?
went to Puri for one day. For one day.
We heard that after a while he stopped going in the temple because they would not let his disciples.
He didn't go to the temple because his disciples were not allowed. So he didn't go to the temple. Well, but Jagannath comes to him, give darshan. But Das Thakur was not going. Every Jagannath was coming to him to give darshan. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see, that is necessity. Jagannath is very dear devotee. Jagannath will come. Yeah. Such valuable. This association, Prabhupada's association. Asset. That is asset. Valuable asset. Isn't it?
Sometimes Srila Prabhupada somewhere, I cannot remember exactly, but he mentions the spiritual master sometimes has to come back in material world to fetch his disciple. Does it mean the spiritual master in principle or the person spiritual master?
The ritual master in that form will not come. In other form. He will come.
The same spiritual master there.
Yeah. Yes. Not that form. In some other form. If of I, you can recognize him. If of I, you can recognize him. Anyhow, I feel the presence of my spiritual master always. I never feel myself separated. So I feel myself secure. And every day I should remember here when I am staying here. I am not staying in that building. I am staying here. My Guru Maharaj stayed here. I feel his presence. So we keep this house as it is, will never. Just some remodeling made here, but thatching must be there. But we stayed here in this house. Tirtha, this is Tirtha. Do you know Tirtha? Place of pilgrimage. Isn't it? Yes. Isn't it? Prabhupada is here. Place of pilgrimage. Dust is here. Prabhupada's dust. And you are taking bath there? That bathroom is there? Yes.
You wish your Prabhupada was staying here?
Huh?
I wish your
Which year?
Which year?
1977.
77.
Yes. 12 years ago. Yes, yes. Last year, that was his last year in this planet. Yes.
Do we have any of his paraphernalia left here?
Yes. There's a trunk. Some is there.
Did Prabhupada meet some very important person in Bhubaneswar?
Huh?
Did
Yes, many persons came. Ministers came, some pandits came, many came. He stayed here for long 17 days. You see.
Did he get initiation to some?
Yes, yes, he gave initiation. The appearance day of that Nityananda Prabhu. No, that prior to that. Apparently he laid down cornerstone. The next day he left. He gave initiation, few did. In this village, Mahapoli village, there are four disciples are there, and they are still.
So these devotees are coming very close all time to
And they sometimes come. They are here close, this village. You might have seen them
Yes.
that day.
Yeah, Anusuya.
Disappearance day, huh?
Anusuya was one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj,
Mm.
was this the first service that Srila Prabhupada gave you, this project?
Yes. No. Prior to that, I was telling that day, in Vrindavan he first told me to translate his books in Hindi. I was first translating in Hindi. And teaching his disciples Hindi also in Vrindavan. Parikesh was there, Brahmachari at that time. And I had taught him Hindi. And other devotees there. I was taking a class, Hindi class. In Mayapur also, I was taking a class, Hindi class. Prabhupada told me that thing. Then when I came here, then he ordered me to write down, translate books in Oriya. Stay here, do this project, translate my books, publish, preach, like that. That's it. I was doing that. I am doing that. Seriously, it was like that.
When you first met Srila Prabhupada, he said that he would give you sannyas.
Yes.
And he said you recognized him as a super soul manifestation. of
Yes.
Krishna. Did he give you sannyas very quickly after that?
Very quickly. Very quickly. Yes.
How quickly, Maharaj?
Within 2-3 months, I got sannyas.
Where did you take sannyas initiation?
Vrindavan.
In Vrindavan?
Yes. When that temple, Krishna Bhavan temple opened, Ram Navami day, that day. I met first Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan, I took sannyas in Vrindavan. You understand? Because His causeless mercy, I have no qualification, I am not some worthy person, unworthy fellow. But this hour is mercy. Very well. When he whispered me in this room, he told me, you have to accept disciple and train them. You should have your own man. Otherwise, how can you manage? He told me that. Yes. So, when people came, they sought initiation from me, but I was not allowed to accept disciples at that time. So, when and some felt disappointed and left and went to Gaudiya Math and accepted there. Except spiritual master there, so I told in the Jewish that Prabhupada told me this thing. That's what is proof? Proof is myself. He told me in my ear, not recorded. Recorded in my heart. But his first letter, he has mentioned this thing. You have seen that first letter?
To yourself?
Yes.
We went through the letter books.
But I have those books, but I don't know. I have that letter. First letter. There he mentioned, under your leadership, 3 times he has mentioned this thing. That this Bhubaneswar will be developed like that. I showed that letter in JVC. This letter. If I won't be a leader, then how can I do it? Then they allowed. And I told emphatically, if you may not allow, but I must carry out the order of my spiritual life, I must do it. They were frightened. It's so strong. And they allowed.
That was 1985, 84.
Yes,
85.
85.
Some of your disciples waited
Yeah.
to take initiation.
Few left.
Some left and some waited, yeah?
Waited.
There is one rule like that, have a requirement. If somebody wants to become a spiritual master in a movement, the requirement is that he should not have had a fall down in past 5 years.
Yes.
And he has to have 3 signatures or 5 signatures, and then he can get.
So, lateral principles.
Is it that we cannot rubber stamp somebody as spiritual master? He's
That rubber stamping won't do it. Rubber stamping won't help. This is the mercy of the spiritual master, and his good standing, or his good standing in spiritual consciousness, fixed in spiritual path. He has developed praying. One has developed praying for Krishna. So he won't fall down at any circumstance. While attracted towards Maya, and Maya is so beautiful, no good. So, this is most important thing. Person of praying.
It doesn't seem like that's the general teaching now. Now it's generally accepted that one doesn't have to have prem to be spiritual master. One can just be any level.
Any level. It has become cheap. It becomes so cheap.
There's even I know of at least one spiritual master who has no disciples. He is labelled, he is now spiritual master, but he has no disciples.
No disciple. How many things are going on? Say. What to say? Let it go on.
in the West, there is a strong lobby by the female disciples of Srila Prabhupada that they want to take up the responsibility of making disciples.
Disciples, yes.
Is there any sanction in the scriptures for?
Only there was one Ganga Mata, Thakurani. She had accepted disciples. Ganga Mata Thakurani. We find Ganga Mata Matha in Puri. Yes. Yes. Sarvabhauma. Mother. This is there.
Janvi Devi also woman?
And Janama Devi, that is Nityananda, Lord Nityananda Sakti. Yes. She had disciples. Yes.
Otherwise, they shouldn't.
No other reference is there.
In England, the temple authorities, they experimented that ladies can give class,
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita class.
Yeah. That proposal has come now, GBC proposal.
Because they are saying that Prabhupada said yes, if they are qualified, then they can give. They are saying like that, Prabhupada said
And
like
that GBC proposal has come. I have opposed it.
They've asked your opinion, Maharaj.
Huh?
They've asked you about this question?
Yes,
GBC
that is GBC proposal. And every member of GBC should give his opinion and vote for it. Favor or against? I voted against.
It would be very difficult for brahmacharis to go to class like that.
Yes. Yes, that's not good. Mahaprabhu was not allowed such thing. Mahaprabhu's movement, Mahaprabhu was very strict, an ideal sannyasi.
They say that in the early days, Srila Prabhupada, he would allow some of the ladies to give class.
No.
That's what I've heard.
During Prabhupada's days, I have not seen any lady giving class. No.
In the earlier days in New York, when there was only a few devotees, and sometimes the ladies they would speak.
I don't know. Prabhupada speaking, I was listening. If he may ask question, Prabhupada will answer. Yes.
In England, in the temple that I stay Bhaktivedanta Manor, we have many people give class, different person every day. Sometimes they ask young devotees like myself, or Jamastami Prabhu, he's also given class there. But many young devotees give class, so what should we do if someone asks us to give class there? I mean, we're very... Coming here, it's obvious that we're not qualified. We can see very clearly that we're not qualified to do this. But there, it's very common that young devotees give class. It's very common.
Yes, thereby giving opportunity to devotees to speak, in one sense. But one who will speak, he must know the philosophy very well. He should be prepared to answer all questions, philosophical questions. Otherwise he will feel embarrassed. Isn't it?
Or he will speculate.
Yes, speculate like that. Yes, sir.
It seems everybody does this.
Yeah, only speculation has the answer.
There's not many people.
Have you heard such answer from somebody?
I think I confused the story with some other pastime.
You must put the authority, you must not the Acharya, what he has said. You understand? So sometimes that opportunity may be given, you understand? But he should speak to the devotees there, not to the public.
Not to the public.
If some public person asks some question you cannot answer, what will happen? You see? And you give some wrong answer, then how dangerous it is.
It's very common though, because not many people know the Shastra. And it seems very few.
Yeah, hear all sorts of things.
We hear so many different things. It's very. Sometimes the classes we hear are very disturbing for the mind. Sometimes because there's so much arguing.
Well,
Not always, but
you
sometimes.
see, when Prabhupada was there, he was allowing his disciples to speak, but Prabhupada was sitting there. And Prabhupada was guiding. So, if they commit some mistake, then and there Prabhupada corrected them. Thereby he was training, giving training. I have seen that thing. Once he asked me to speak in Bombay, in Hindi. You understand? I was just few days I was with him. Just a few days. He told me, Govinda, you speak in Hindi. You understand? So I spoke what I have heard. And he appreciated very much. Anyhow, just give a person this spiritual master mercy. That we do. Some other devotee let him speak in the evening class. Gita class. I was sitting there, so I correct. No, this is this, like that, say like that. It's training.
So it should be like that, say when somebody gives class, for example in England, and a senior devotee should be there.
Should be there, yes, should be there. That's the process. Should be there.
Sometimes we see nowadays it's quite fashionable or quite a common practice when they discuss, debate some point or issue, philosophical or could be anything. They quote these new letters which have just been published and not so much the scriptures.
Yes.
And when you argue, but these are letters, although they are Prabhupada's letters, but you cannot really quote them in every instance. So they say you are...
You see, what Prabhupada has written in the letters, is it something different from Shastric injunctions? Prabhupada must say from Shastra. It is based on Shastric injunction. That is sadhu. Sadhu says from Shastra. Sadhu never says something from his mind, concocting something or manufacturing something. He must quote previous authority and Shastra. So Prabhupada will say something new, which is not in Shastra, or previous authorities have not said. That is not. You may quote Prabhupada's letters, but you must understand it, understand its purpose. Not, I say we have two types of considerations. One is apparent consideration and another is absolute consideration. Apart vichar, tattva vichar. But ours is tattva vichar. Absolute consideration, not apparent. If you make apparent consideration, then you are committing mistake. It must be based on tattva. That's the most important thing. You understand? So much stress has been laid on tattva vichar. In Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam you find so many verses. I quote sometimes. जो व्यक्ति तत्व त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नास्ति मांगेति अर्जुन ततमा तत्व ज्ञानता विशते तदनन्तरं repeatedly says. It must based on tattva. Otherwise, why speak apparent things? Apparent consideration is condemned. Tadekhyamri te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina, you see. Tadvijnanartham sadgurungyavapi gaccheti. Upanishad says, how? Stress has been laid down. And tattvadarshi, tattva jnana, tattva realization, like that. Tattva jnana, tattva drashta, knower of tattva, seer of tattva, you see. You must approach such a person. Otherwise, you will be cheated. The cheating is going on.
Get cheated if you're not serious, yeah?
Not serious, yes, they are not serious.
Well, so it seems sometimes that, and many of the senior devotees even, they will say one thing, and then later on they'll change their mind and say something else, as if that's truth.
Because they don't know the tattva.
It seems so many senior devotees do that.
Yes. They are not so serious. They have not inquired seriously. You understand? Therefore they manufacture things, concoct things and say.
It's very disturbing.
Yeah, disturbing.
For younger devotees.
Yeah, for young devotees.
Sometimes we hear like somebody might be giving a lecture or say initiation lecture as some spiritual master, and in his lecture he might say, I'm actually initiating you on behalf of Prabhupada and I'm bringing you closer to Prabhupada. Personally I have no qualification. So how should the disciple see it? My spiritual master is being humble, or is he the sign of somebody might see this not confident, he's not speaking confidently, that's why he's saying I'm actually just doing it on behalf of Prabhupada.
Yes, that is the process. Because I am obeying the orders of my spiritual master. I am collecting men or training men for my spiritual master's mission. You understand? As I told you, my Swami told me, you must have your disciples. You must train them. You must have your own men. Otherwise, how can you manage? Why did he tell us? So, disciples means, as my disciple, they are the grand disciple of Prabhupada. You understand? But I am collecting men for my spiritual master to fulfill his desire and his mission. So I say, this is quite logical saying, I am accepting you for my spiritual master. You are all his men. And my spiritual master is sending you to me. They are training for me. Under my guidance, you should work. That is process. You understand? This is the Vaishnava philosophy. And this is the humble way. You understand? Because Vaishnava is humble.
I was thinking in terms of there is a certain book some devotee had published in our movement called Guru Reform Book.
Satsat Maharaj.
And it was published just after many of the senior leaders had left, and in the wake of that experience that person had with written book, and some of the things like it appears the person feels, it's like it makes the disciple kind of doubt, kind of shakes his faith. It appears like that. So I was thinking in that term.
Yes, you see that book is not very much appreciated by the Vaishnavas. Other Vaishnavas, very famous Vaishnavas like Puri Maharaj in Gaudiya Math, they don't appreciate that book. That's what is this book? Guru Reform. Who is real Guru? He needs reformation. Guru is Guru. What reformation is required there? Who is not a Guru? There may be reformation. But Guru means Guru is heavy. Is bona fide person. So what's this reformation? They don't appreciate it.
That's why I was trying to relate that it has produced a mentality now in certain leaders, devotees who are in that position of initiation. That when they give a lecture for initiation, they will speak like that. That I am not really qualified, but I am just kind of connecting you to Prabhupada. So the disciple sometimes feels that my spiritual master is speaking out of weakness, and it shakes his faith sometimes. And he thinks this is the process actually.
This is process. This is process. Spiritual master. Disciples should accept it. The spiritual master thinks the spiritual master is my spiritual master is a worthy person. Otherwise, he'll commit offense. Spiritual master may say like that, that is humility. It's Vaishnava humility. But for disciple, my spiritual master is very worthy person. It's qualified person. Yes. Otherwise, he'll commit offense. He cannot develop a real relationship with the spiritual master, loving relationship, and must lose his reverence and respect. You understand? Yes.
Also it seems that since these reforms, then the role of the present day acharyas doesn't seem so prominent now. They don't seem so to be placed, they're so important now.
Yes, therefore, for either side, from the side of disciple, from the side of spiritual master, from either side, caution is there. Disciples should be very cautious to accept a qualified person, worthy person. You understand? That I want Krishna, who is very serious to have Krishna. I want Krishna. That is the supreme perfection of my life, human life. So I must accept such a person will give me Krishna 100%, complete, not 25% or 50% like that. If that person has got 100% Krishna, then he can give me. Krishna je tomar Krishna dite paro, tomar shokoti ache. Ami je kangal Krishna Krishna boli dhanko pache. This song, nice song, famous song. Because he's such a pure devotee, Krishna belongs to him. You understand? Krishna is Tomar. Aham bhakto paradhina. Krishna has himself said that thing. Kritohang, Krishna says, he has purchased me. That devotee has purchased me. He has bound me up by the rope of love. You see, such a person can give you Krishna 100%. Otherwise, so this is from the side of disciple. I must accept, I want Krishna 100%. And where is that person who has got Krishna 100% and give me 100%? Then this is from disciple side. And from spiritual master side, spiritual master sees whether this disciple will be obedient to me, will he very gladly, without any grumbling, accept my discipline. You see, that is from spiritual master side. This is required. Therefore, Mahaprabhu has cautioned, Bahu Sishya na karibe. Don't accept so many disciples. Some unworthy persons will come. And for them you will have to suffer. You have accepted such persons, unworthy persons. They will drag you to the hell, definitely. Yes. So caution is from either side. You understand? And this is required. All right, I'll go there now. You go there. Have to help you. Very, very enchanting. You understand? Mohini. As Supreme Lord Vishnu manifested Mohini Murti before Lord Shiva. You see? And Lord Shiva was enchanted. But to speak of ordinary jivas, Shiva was enchanted. Shiva was Mahajogi, the Jogi. Very self-extreme. Lord Shiva. Who could burn Kupi. He burned Kupi. Isn't it? Still, his case was very bad. What to speak of the ordinary jivas? Maya is so strong. She is enchanting in so many ways, various ways, to bring you perfectness. Various ways. Many. Yes. Aghatana, saghatana, pratyasi sakti. Sir. Aghatana, saghatana, pratyasi sakti. It is sakti. So it is inferior energy, external energy. You understand? Inferior energy, external energy of love. Still, Aghatana, saghatana, pratyasi sakti. So wonderful. It's very wonderful sakti. It can display, manifest, and it can set up asat as sat, and sat as okay. And she is very expert in this act. Pratyasi. Aghatana, saghatana, pratyasi sakti. You understand? Maya. Bahiranga, external. You understand? External means outside. Supreme Lord has thrown it out, thrown her away. Chalo. But still, this energy is so wonderful, so powerful, very strong. Unless someone is completely absorbed in the ecstasy of the service of the Lord, ecstasy, there is no ecstasy, samadhi. You understand? He must be attracted. And if you are completely absorbed in the service of the Supreme Lord under guidance of one of our spiritual master, then you will be safe. Otherwise, danger is there. You understand? Danger is there. So one should be very, very careful not to give slightest opportunity to Maya, to attract, to you. You understand? Always in this. Loving service Krishna. Then I cannot touch.
In one class that I had once, a devotee, he was saying that the material energy, it's Krishna's energy, it comes from Krishna. And because Krishna is all attractive, This material energy is also attractive because it comes from Krishna.
So suddenly attracted to Jagannath. I tell you, Gita says, Prakriti Mohini Sita. You see, this Prakriti, natural nature, so much enchanting. Mohini, that is the Mohini form of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Shiva was enchanting. So, this Prakriti, natural nature is enchanting. You understand? My Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, was given very nice illustration on this subject. In Gita book you will find it. How? It's not there, the steps are there. And spiritual master is taking a human being or soul towards Krishna and indicating Krishna. Yes. So she look at Krishna, how beautiful. Yes, but Maya is there. Very beautiful lady with a nice dog eye. Yes, attractive. And that jiva looking at Krishna. Like this, Maya is insanity. Come on. Don't mind that. Just listening to Guru some words and looking at that, then just deciding where to go. When I feel a stress in then these other people. You understand?
You said to get a real taste from serving Krishna, you should have no ulterior motives. I wonder what kind of ulterior motives?
Material enjoyment, liberation, and yogic secrets, perfections. If you have such things like that, you cannot get Srila Bhakti. You understand? Bhakti is coming. No other motive. As Mahaprabhu said, no. No Sundari Kavitamba Jagadisakam. No Janmani Swari Bhavata Bhakti Radhikita. That's not possible. No desire. Only to serve your lotus feet, life after life. Even I don't desire for liberation. Mukti. So Janmani, life after life. This is real desire. That's pure devotee. This pure devotee even doesn't want to be elevated to the spiritual kingdom. Wherever I am, according to my past karma, whatever species of life I deserve, let me have it. But I have only one desire, to serve your lotus feet to serve your Lord. It is Anmandava Tattvayadas. Nirvishesha Brahmajanya Mahimava. If I deserve to be born as a worm or an insect, let me have it. But I'll be your subject. I'll serve your lotus feet to serve your Lord. That was. I don't want to be merged in Brahman politics. This is beautiful. No, that is beautiful. Yes. So another question.
You said this morning in class you would continue talking this evening about Bhagavatam.
Yes, sir. It's difficult to resume that mood because the flow was there. Difficult to resume it. When the Bhagavatam class comes, that topic comes, it will come again. You understand? It's difficult because it is not theoretical speaking. You understand? speaking as a professional speaks. There are professionals, they may speak. They are practiced like that. But our speaking is not like that. It is out of ecstasy, art. Then it comes up. Then it comes up. And it comes from that platform. You understand? And there is radio set. It has a station where it is going on. But they say if you on the switch, then you can hear. But it doesn't say as singing. Singing was going on there. It comes to it similarly. You understand? This is like that. So, difficult to have it now.
Can I add something relating to that
Yes.
particular chapter? Someone so exalted as Prahlad Maharaj, he's one of the Maharajas. So we can presume that probably in his previous life he was also a devotee of the Lord. So how is it that he took birth in a demon family?
Yes, in previous life there was something like that. He committed some sin. Those devotee. So he was born in a demoniac family. Still, this is Abhaya Akhaya. You understand? Abhaya Akhaya. Inexhaustible. It will never exhaustible. It will never be exhausted. Abhaya Akhaya. It's Krishna Bhakti. So it is always there. Take the example of Bharat Maharaj. Though he was born as a deer, still he couldn't forget his past sadhana, his association of sadhus. Only he developed some attachment towards a deer. Therefore, at the time of death, he remembered that deer. So he got that bath. But he had Bhakti Sukruti. Therefore, though he was born in a deer, he remained in that within that premises of those Pulahapulasya ashram. And he used to drink the Ganges water and used to eat the leaves falling down from the ground, from the tree. He never pronounced it. He never eats the green leaves from the tree, you see. So perfect. And that life was very soft. Always hearing the kirtan of the sadhus. That premises he was. And he could know his death is approaching. So he entered into the Ganges water and thought of the Supreme Lord and just left his body in that life also. So that then he was born as Jada Bharat. You see, that was his last life. Jada Bharat. He became Paramkrishna. Great, you know that. So it is a way of fear. In Bhagavad Gita it is also said, 6th chapter, Yoga Bhrashta, Gati. This Arjuna art, you see. What is destination, or ultimate destination of Yoga Bhrashtas. Yoga Bhrashta, do you understand?
Those who do not achieve perfection.
Perfection, anyway. They did sadhana, they practiced yoga, but anyway, they couldn't achieve perfection. They fall down. They are known as Yoga Bhrashta. So Krishna answers, this is a way of hell. It will never be destroyed. It is with them. So next bar, they will get opportunity. They will be born in a very wealthy family. You understand? Dhanadhya parivar, wealthy family, well-to-do family. Or in a family of yogis, of devotees. You understand? They will get that chance and they will begin from the point where they had left. You understand? They need not go to the beginning. So, this is described in Bhagavad Gita, how it is always with the soul, and it helps. This is known as security, bhakti security. Yes.
Why is it that someone who's been performing devotional service, why is it considered a help if he's born in a rich family? Because isn't it said that wealth
Because
creates difficulty?
rich family burning, to be born in a rich family means there will be no problem for their maintenance. They will never think of but their maintenance. You understand? So they will put their sole attention in the service of Krishna or Krishna Bhajan. They will not to be disturbed because they are in a wealthy family. You understand? Those who are poor, they will be thinking of how to maintain myself, how to earn money, how to maintain myself, maintain my family, like that. But those who are born in wealthy families, they won't think of like that because they have enough to maintain himself, maintain the family. So that is an opportunity. Therefore they are born in such family.
Because Brahmins are usually poor, they don't have... Brahmins are supposed to be poor, they don't have any wealth. And also isn't it said that money can be a hindrance when become rewarded if you get wealth?
Yes, therefore, in that chapter of Gita, it is also said, it is better to be born in a family of yogi or devotee than to be born in a wealthy family. Because there is some danger, apprehension of danger. Maybe attached to wealth, sense gratification. But if you are born in a family of devotees, there is no such danger. The Brahmanas or devotees, they don't want such things. Because that creates some hindrance. Janmeshwarya Sutta Sri Viredhuman Vadhupuman Mai Bharatiya Vidhatu Vaitama Kinchana Gotaram Askunti Devi's prayer. Aishwarya, material opulence. You understand? You know, develop pride, you see. One who has material opulence, naturally he is proud, puffed up. He cannot become a kinchan, he is kinchan. So he cannot do real bhajan, Krishna bhajan. Therefore, Kunti Devi prayed, I don't want all these things. Dharma Aishwarya Sutta Sri. And in lives of Goswamis, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, we find they were very wealthy persons. They were topmost government officers, ministers, you see. Very powerful person, very learned person, Pandit. They were born in Brahmin family. They had everything. Janma, Aishwarya, Sutta, Sri, everything they had. But, Takva Purnam Tuchhavat, Dukva Dina Ganeshakaro, Paupina Kanthasito, you see. They kicked out of these things, like insignificant things. Get out. And became demon, very poor, wretched, distressed, like that. And lived in the jungle of Vrindavan. Paupina Kunti. Only Paupina and Kunti. No other asset. And what about? They spent one night under one tree. The other night under another tree. Uniketa, no fixed residence, you see. Suska roti chana chivai. They go for begging alms. Madhukuri. You get suska roti chana. Dried bread and chana. And just that is their food. And drink Jamna's water. Very happy. Doing bhajan, writing books. Building so many opulent temples. Establishing deities. We are doing all this as well. But leading very dino. You see. This Parsamani, the touchstone, the valuable stone, the touch the feet of Sanatana Goswami, who killed it. The stone means if the stone will touch a piece of iron, it will turn into gold. So it's a valuable stone, but he kicked it out. You understand? But it is coming and rolling at his feet. And it's kicking, it's coming. Well stand. So detached. Because it's coming for the service of Krishna. Mahaprabhu had allowed them to grab it. The lost tirthas, Lupta Tirthubha, Shyam Kunda, Radha Kunda, they lost to just discover them and just dig them and very nice temples there, embankments. So money is required. Therefore that trust on coming. So utilize it for that purpose. We give it one of his Grasta Sishyas and our just you do this. Therefore the Brahmanas, the devotees, they prefer to be poor. You understand? Nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhanadana. Prabhu tava padajuge ei nivedana. One day we were singing that song, nice song, Bhakti Thakur. Oh Lord, I am not asking for you this material learning, vidya, jal vidya, material wealth, jana, followers, their sukha, bodily comforts, pleasure. I don't want to ask for you. You see. Surga nahi magi, mukhya nahi magi. Nankare prarthana kon vibhuti ro lagi. I don't ask you for elevating myself into the simultaneous enjoyment. I don't ask for you liberation. Nakare prarthana kon vibhuti ro lagi. I don't ask for you for getting any yogic perfection, vibhuti or opulence. You understand? Like this. Only Janmanishwari Bhavatat Bhakti Rahitu ki toi. As Mahaprabhu's prarthana. Only Rahitu ki Bhakti. Let me have this Rahitu ki Bhakti. If Krishna is there, everything is there. You understand? If Krishna is there, then automatically everything will come. Then why to ask for other things except Krishna? Jai Jana Bhaja Krishna Sevada Chatur. He is most intelligent. Who does only Krishna Bhajana? And what's Krishna? Krishna is Purna Brahma. You understand? Complete. Isn't it? The first verse of this Upanishad? Purnamata. That was. Purnameva vasishyate. You see? Always completely full. Always. If some complete units are coming out of it, still it is always completely Purnameva vasishyate. You see? It's Purna Brahma. Paripurna Vastu. Completely full. Supremely complete. You understand? If someone gets Krishna, such Paripurna Vastu, so there will be no deficit. He will never feel any deficit. Why? Because he has this completely full Krishna. But without Krishna, if you get some other things, so much little opulence, like that Brahma, Chaturmukha, you see, still you feel deficit. Brahma is feeling. You understand? Therefore, those who are intelligent, they never ask for all these things. They want Krishna only. They are intelligent persons. Though apparently they seem to be very poor, wretched, distressed, but very, very wealthy persons. Swami says, very, very wealthy persons. So they are known as Maharajas, the king of the kings. Great kings come and go down. Maharajas. Very opulent, but apparently they are seen to be very wretched, distressed, poor, dina, apincha. You understand? And that valuable stone, dust stone, rolling at the feet, you see. That is a story. Once there was a king, very opulent king, and also very munificent, very charitable. Once he asked all his officers, subordinates, ministers, commanders, the other officers working under him, beginning from the lowest to great officers, bigger officers. You may ask whatever you want from me, I'll give you. You understand? So, ministers, commanders, other officers, someone asked for his promotion, someone asked for good wife, someone asked for much wealth, like that, good building, so many things. But he had a scavenger. You know scavenger?
Yes.
Somebody who is often
Yes,
rubbish, garbage.
cleans rubbish, paikana. Scavenger. You understand? Scavenger. The lowest person. The king asked him, he's very poor, what do you want? He says, oh Lord, Shamu, king, I don't want anything. I want your feet will touch my poor humble cottage. That means I request you, please go to my cottage. This much I want. I don't want anything else from you. You understand? He is the most intelligent person. You understand? Because he never asked for any wealth, any promotion, anything as others wanted. He wanted only king. Only your lordship will come to my humble cottage. Let your holy feet be there. Just he prayed for this. Then the king granted all right. Certain day will go. Where? You see, if king will go, the king will never go alone. King will go with all his paraphernalia, ministers, commanders, everything, queen, everything. You see, with the pomp and ceremony, good procession, grand procession, you see, king will come. His king is coming. And when king will go there, king will stay there, so royal palaces should be built there. Otherwise, how king will stay there? So that atmosphere, environment must be there. Royal environment. So everything was built there. King will come. So it's like king's palace. So what he got, what the others got, is intelligent. You understand? Therefore, na dhanam na dhanam na sundarim kavitam bhagavati sa kamai mama janmani sare bhota bhakti, really intelligent prarthana. I don't want anything. Only I want to serve your lotus feet. So Krishna's lotus feet must be here. Yes. Will this place be very ugly place or wretched place? Something ugly and negligible place? No, it's Krishna's place. You see? Lakshmi sadasasra sambhama siddhamana. Anybody lucky will come to solve Krishna. Then is an intelligent person. You got Purna Brahma. You understand? Para Brahma. It's Purna Brahma. It's completely. So why there will be deficit? You understand? Yes. Therefore Krishna is known as Purna Brahma. If someone gets Krishna, there will be no deficit. Yes, Purna Brahma is everything complete. You understand? That is intelligence.
Earlier you were talking about Bharat Maharaj, and he fell down from the platform of power. He came the platform of power, and he fell down.
Bharat Maharaj?
Yes.
Bharat Maharaj never attached with that deer. At the time of death, he thought of deer. Janjam vapi sun bhavante tyante kalevaram tonto hiviti kumte sudha prava bhavita. Gita says, at the time of death, if someone, without thinking Krishna, thinks of something else, according to that thought, he will get a species of life. That Gita says. So as he thought of deer, so he was born as a deer.
He reached the level of bhav. Did he fell down from
Yes, he has made tangible progress. He has made tangible progress in spiritual path. Still, he had some weakness. Because he has not developed that pure bhav, pure prema. Otherwise, how could he be attached to a deer? How could he think of deer instead of thinking of Krishna, the Supreme Lord Vishnu? So some weakness was there.
So I heard in a class one time, one devotee said that even on the platform of praying, it's possible for one to fall down. But they made a distinction between praying and attaining Krishna's feet. They said after praying, then you can attain Krishna's feet. They made a distinction like that. They said in praying you can still fall down. That's not correct.
What distinction he made?
So he said that at the when one reaches the platform of praying, then it's possible one can still fall down. He said, but then after that, then when one finally attains the feet of Krishna, then one can't fall down. He made a distinction like that. There's no distinction?
That means once the lotus feet of Krishna, that means what? What is the prema and what is the lotus feet of Krishna? I can't understand this thing. What is this?
So someone said in class one time.
Prema means pure love. Pure love. Where there is no touch of jnana and aishwarya. You understand? That is pure love. One who has developed pure love, he cannot forget Krishna. Because he only loves Krishna. You understand? How can we forget Krishna? Krishna means whole Krishna. You understand? Whole Krishna, including his feet. I is not only thinking of feet. Of course, it's better to think of the feet of Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna, than to think of the face of the Krishna. Those are very, very elevated persons, Paramahansas. Those are developed gopi bhav. They only see the face of Krishna. You understand? Krishna is known as Aprakrita Nobino Modana. You see? Vrindavana Aprakrita Nobino Modana. Modana means Cupid. You understand? Cupid is here in material world. But Krishna is Aprakrita Modana, means transcendental or spiritual Cupid. It's not material Cupid. You understand? Vrindavana Aprakrita Nobina Modana. Hey, plan. Vrindavana Aprakrita Nobina Modana. You understand? In Vrindavan, Krishna is new, fresh Cupid and Aprakrita. It's not material Cupid. Always fresh. Nityam Navajovanuncha. Adyam Purana Purusham Nityam Navajovanuncha. Though is the oldest person, still always young, fresh, young youth. Isn't it? And Aprakrita, not material. So Krishna is Madan Mohan. One of his name is Madan Mohan. That means he enchants Madan, Cupid. Krishna enchants even Cupid. Cupid enchants everybody in this matter of life. But Krishna enchants Cupid. So he is Madan Mohan. And Srimad Radharani is known as Madan Mohana Mohini. You understand? Madan Mohana Mohini. That means Srimati Radharani is enchanting Madan Mohan, Krishna. Madan Mohana Mohini. You understand? So such Madan Mohan, Kandharpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Sobha, you see, his beauty is far superior. So the hundreds, beauty of the hundreds of Cupids. Such beautiful. So if you look at the face of that Cupid, spiritual Cupid, Aprakrita Madan, then some shut off that sense, desire, lusty desire will develop in you. So, better to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, which are not so elevated. So this instruction is given. Those are very elevated persons, like gopis, those are devout gopis. They look at the face of Krishna. They will not be enchanted by lusty desire. And that lust is not material lust, as gopis. Gopis are lusty, but they are lusty for Krishna, not material lust. You understand? That's something different, aprakata, spiritual, transcendental. You understand? That's it. If someone has developed that lust, then you can look at the face of Krishna. Otherwise, some danger is there. So, general advice to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, we have been given this Kam Gayatri. Kam Gayatri. Vaishnavas, those who come under this line of Mahaprabhu, they are given Kam Gayatri. Kam Gayatri, by chanting Kam Gayatri, you can withstand this lusty desire. It has power. Yes, it's known as Kam Gayatri. Yes. Vrindavana Prarthana Bhubaneswar. So he gives us Gayatri. And those who have made some progress by chanting Hare Krishna, and spiritual master knows who is qualified, he will be given Kam Gayatri. So he is given. Otherwise not to give. You understand? Yes. Like that. Yes.
We are mentioning about the gopis' lust for Krishna. So there is that story of Kubja when she saw Krishna in Mathura. Her attraction to Krishna and the gopis' attraction to Krishna.
You see, Kubja lost, Kubja is lost. Kubja, the gopis, lost is different. You understand? There is no tinge of material desire. The gopis lost. Completely transcendental. Only to give pleasure to Krishna, nothing else. But Kubja has something lusty desire. So, Kubja, Krishna made her very beautiful model and enjoyed her, like his wife. Like Rukmini Satyabhama. Their love is inferior to the love of gopis, you see. Because there's a mixture of jnana and aishwarya. The other day, I was blaming.
Sambrama.
Sambrama. Yes, there is Sambrama. Here, the mixture of jnana and aishwarya. But in gopis' love, there is no mixture of jnana and aishwarya, pure love. So they get the dust to their feet. And they prepare to go to hell for Krishna. They love Krishna so much. Whereas they were afraid. Rukmini Satyabhama, wives, they are different. And Kubja was of that type. You understand? Kubja is not like gopis. No. She had lost the desire and she got it. There was no fulfilled desire.
We notice in the life of Lord Ramachandra, he left two sons after his departure back to Ayodhya. Lord Krishna, he left also his descendants. But in the life of Lord
He killed everybody. Destroyed everything, household dynasty. Destroyed.
Is there any significance in why Lord Chaitanya didn't leave any descendants?
No descendants. Chaitanya had no descendants.
Is there any significance why he didn't leave any descendants behind?
You see, Chaitanya's mission is different mission. Chaitanya accepted sannyas when he was so young, only 24 years old, young. His wife, Vishnu Priya, was a young lady, you see. His father, Jagannath Mishra, had already gone. His son expired. Only his old mother, Sachi Mata, was there. Nobody is there. His elder brother, Vishwarupa, had already taken sannyas and left home. Isn't it? Still, at that, such circumstances, he took sannyas. That means such great renunciation. Great renunciation. While taking of sannyas, just prayerful waiting home, he was telling, it is mentioned in Chaitanya Mangal, he was telling, giving some solace to her mother, and to his mother, and to his wife. He was telling his mother, আনের তনয় আনি রজত সুবর্ণ খাইলে বিনাশ যায় নহে পর ধর্ম আমি আনি দেব কৃষ্ণ প্রেম হেন ধন সকল সম্পদময় কৃষ্ণের চরণ an ordinary person generally we find the sons people beget sons. A man begets son. Why? Because that son will take care of him while he is old. He'll earn money, maintain family, like that. Isn't it? It's general of the world. That's why he says, Ane tono ani rodota suborna. The son of other persons. They earn money, they get silver, gold, wealth, valuable wealth, like that. But I am not suggesting. আমি আনি দেব কৃষ্ণ প্রেম হেন ধন সকল সম্পদময় কৃষ্ণের চরণ I'll bring such a wealth that is Krishna prem. You understand? Krishna prem, premo hena dhana. The Krishna prem is the wealth, dhana. সকল সম্পদময় কৃষ্ণের চরণ Thereby you get the lotus feet of Krishna. And that lotus feet of Krishna is the source of all wealth, all wealth. Which other sons, the sons of other persons cannot get it, cannot bring it. I am going to bring such wealth to you, O mother. So think of Krishna as your son. Don't lament for him. And similarly, he spoke to his wife, Miss Kunpriya. Savai Pati, Bhagavad also says, Savai Pati, that Krishna is the husband of everybody. You understand? Savai Pati. Therefore, think of Krishna as your husband. Don't lament for him. Like that. Chaitanya Mangala, nice description. You find that. So we took up sannyas. So they should give praying to one and all. Because at that time, still now it is also prevalent. People generally pay respect to sannyasis, especially Mayavadi sannyasis. Because they think themselves Narayana. Annama Narayana, Annama Narayana, they say. Therefore he accepted sannyas from Mayavadi sannyas because of Bharati. Because general in society, people pay respect to Mayavadi sannyasis. But people will come to me, they pay respect, so they listen to me. With this purpose they took up sannyas. Otherwise, have the need of taking a sannyas in part of the Supreme Law. And each time Prabhu broke down his danda, one danda, ek danda. What is the need? He took up sannyas, but he praised Vaishnava philosophy. Bhakti, Yoga, Jnana. Many times he broke danda. That you will find that I was one day telling that while going to Puri, few kilometers away from Puri, that Apsanala bridge, 18. Now, great big, there was a river, small river, very small river. At that place, Nityan Prabhupada Danda, was known as Danda Bhanga Nadi. And so is Danda there. There's a place, known as Danda Bhanga Nadi. The places are nice places, related to the pastime of Maharaja.
Is it a Vaishnava sannyas? A Vaishnava, he takes sannyas to increase his family members in terms of disciples? A Vaishnava, he takes sannyas to increase his family members in terms of disciples?
Yes, that's correct. Gosyanandi. Those are Gosyanandi. They increase followers for the preaching purposes. Without the preaching mission.
So it's like taking on a bigger family responsibility to take on disciples.
These are the takes of disciples, trains them, that they will carry on preaching, and the Guru will grow old. The Guru will sit down one place, then Bhagavan, they do Bhagan. Now he has trained disciples, they will carry on mission. That's who accept disciples. Those who are generally Bhaganand, they never accept disciples. No. And the Gosyanandis accept disciples.
Really? I heard that another reason why a Vaishnava accepts sannyas is to keep himself below the level of his spiritual master, who he considers as Paramahansa. Who he considers as Paramahansa, therefore he keeps himself below by taking sannyas, which is in the Varnashram. Is that correct?
What do you say?
I was told that a Vaishnava will accept sannyas to keep himself below the level of his spiritual master, who he considers a Paramahansa.
Himself
below
the level.
Because he considers his spiritual master to be Paramahansa and above Varnashram, so he keeps himself as a sannyasi, which is in Varnashram. Is that correct? No.
Because we preach Varnashram Dharma, therefore we accept it. Sannyas ashram is the highest ashram in ashram life. And sannyasis are gurus, so they will teach. Sannyasis will teach the inmates of other ashramas. You understand? That's what they took sannyas. And all pay respect to sannyasis, all will accept what sannyasi says, because he is sannyasi, he is authority. So his statement should be accepted. Like that. Paramahansa stage is something different. Someone will develop a pure bhav, so he may live in Paramahansa stage. Whatever he may be. No need of taking sannyas or not sannyas like that. He is Paramahansa stage.
Why not also, the Grihastha order can take disciple in Islam? Why is possible this kind of, why the Grihasthas can take disciple now in Islam? Why?
He said, why is it that Grihasthas can take disciples also?
Yes, why not? If the Grihastha is bona fide, is like seed, elevated, and fixed in the spiritual path, you can take disciples. Why not? They think that only sannyasis will take, no, the rest can take disciples. When my Guru Maharaj got these 11 men, for giving initiation, prior to his departure, there were grostas, Bhagavan was grosta at that time. The Tirtha was grosta, yes. They were
They thought to be guru then they had to take sannyas. They took sannyas.
Taking a sannyas is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. Sannyas means completely free, completely detached from material.